Namaste, welcome to Zudela. So in the previous video, as we learned about what are the basics of stock market, in this video the topics that we will discuss are what are indices, why do we need Sensex and Nifty, and lately a surprise for you all. So as you guys know that I explain everything through a form of a story. So here's a story of a boy named Kabir. Kabir was a man who had lots of interest. And one day, as we all are stuck in home arrest due to coronavirus, so he was watching television, and on the television he by mistake saw some news regarding CNBC which stated that the richest man in the world was the richest man because they owned shares in the company they founded. And it was eventually the stock market which made them rich. Leaving that thing behind, a few days later, he heard the news that the Sensex crashed due to corona and there was a wealth destruction of 1 lakh crores. As for a boy, 1 crore rupees was too big, and he had heard news that 1 lakh crore were destroyed. So he got interested in the fields of markets. And he knew that his grandfather was regularly interacting with stocks and he had a keen interest too. So he approached his grandfather and he said, "Dadu, ye Sensex kya hota hai?" Hearing to his question, his grandfather had a smile and he said, "This is the new field of interest you have now in holidays." So to tell you about what is Sensex, I would like to bring it to your knowledge that India as a country has 2 stock exchanges. One is BSE and the other is NSE. So each stock exchange has their own benchmark index. Like the BSE has Sensex, which means sensational index. It consists of 30 best companies listed on Sensex, and whereas Nifty 50 has 50 companies, and it is due to the number of companies listed on Nifty that it has derived its name from. So to tell you which are the companies listed on Sensex and Nifty, here is a list on your screen as of 2020, and the companies listed on Sensex and Nifty can change depending on the performance they do and the returns they give to shareholders. For example, Yes Bank will be replaced by Bandhan Bank in Nifty in the recent coming time, and it is a news stated by NSE officials. So now after understanding what is Nifty and what is Sensex, you might have a question that what causes the value of Sensex to go up. So like for example, I say that the value of Sensex has gone up by 100 points. It means that the number of winners in Sensex today are more than the number of losers, and they have outperformed the losers stocks by 100 points. Whereas for example, if I say that the value of Nifty has gone up by 100 points, it means the same, that among the 50 stocks, the number of winners are more and the number of losers are less, and it is the difference between which that causes the Nifty to go up. So after getting the answer of his question, due to curiosity, Kabir had another question. He asked his grandfather that why do we need Sensex and Nifty? Taking a pause, his grandfather replied that it's good that you are being logical here, and logic is one of the main things that is required to be in stock market. And there is a logic behind why Sensex and Nifty exist today. For example, there are more than 5,000 companies listed on stock exchanges, and among all these companies listed, only 30 to 50 companies makes more than half of the value of the total stock market. And it is due to the Sensex and Nifty that one person can get what are the demands and what are the supply of any particular stock or a group of stock, for example any sectorial stocks. And so if as a layman you want to understand that what is going on in the Indian stock market, you just have to observe the values of Sensex and Nifty. For example, you don't have to go and check the value of each stock and check whether the stock individually has gone up or down. Just by looking at this indices, that is Sensex and Nifty, you can get a mere idea that the markets are doing well or the markets are not doing well, and you can get whether the value has been created or not. The value of Sensex and Nifty going up, let's say for example by 100 points, doesn't mean that the every stock listed on NSE and BSE will go up. It may be possible that Sensex and Nifty will go up, but individual stocks can go down. Sensex and Nifty just represent a group of best stocks listed on Indian stock market. So just to clarify, I am saying that. and completing the point, his grandfather smiled and said, "As you have approached me regarding stock market, I have a surprise for you. For example, you might have a question that how should I select stocks which I am interested in to invest? Let me tell you a real life incident. In the year 1995 to 2001, there was a tech boom and then the bubble burst. So during the same time, the stocks of technology companies were soaring at a very high speed. And in India, if I tell you, any company which has a suffix or prefix name as technologies were going up in valuation just because their name were technologies. And during the same period, there was a person named Masayoshi Son. He is currently the CEO of SoftBank and a tech investor as well as a philanthropist. During that period, he lost $70 billion as the tech bubble burst. During the same time, the great legend Warren Buffett, he ignored tech stocks just because he stated that he didn't understand the business, and according to him, the valuation of technology companies were not really good. And according to him, tech businesses change at a very high speed, and change at that speed is not good for businesses. So during the same period, Warren Buffett didn't make any money in billions, but he didn't lose any billions of dollars like Masayoshi Son either. Continuing his point, his grandfather said that during the same period of 1995 to 2001, many mutual fund managers and many generalists criticized Warren Buffett because he was sitting in cash and he didn't invest in technology companies. And they stated that the fall has come for the great legend and he couldn't find stocks to invest. But when the tech bubble burst, everyone knew that the legend was right. There are lessons that you can learn from this real life incidents. The lesson learned from this real life incident is invest in businesses you understand. If any situation you do not understand what can happen, then it's better to sit and be in cash rather than invest and erode your capital. You don't have to be right every time you bet money in investing. A few bets will make the day for you. But when the opportunity comes, don't shy away and invest heavily. For example, whenever Warren Buffett gets the opportunity to buy, he doesn't buy in like 100 shares, 1000 shares. He buys either the full company or in stakes, let's say 20%, 50% of that company. So which has made him greatest investor of all times. Thank you for watching, and if you really find something knowledgeable and resourceful in this video, like and share, and do subscribe to my channel for new videos.